In focus now, Senator Marsha Blackburn, Republican from the great state of Tennessee, serving on Judiciary, Veterans Affairs, Finance, and Commerce committees. Great to see you today. We are exactly where you said we'd be. We're facing an onslaught of people, and we're sending some troops down, but they can't even really do much to secure the border.
You're right about that. They have no authority. It is a show so that they can say they're doing something because they finally are having to admit they've got a problem. But in essence, they're doing nothing about this. Now, Harris, we have already had 6.3 million people come in on Joe Biden's watch. 1.3 million of those are the known gotaways, not the unknown gotaways, but the known gotaways. You've got terrorists, you've got criminal illegal aliens, you have gang members that are in these numbers. You have 40,000 people already assembled on the Mexico side of the border waiting to surge the U.S. border. And you've got 1,500 troops that are going to have to stand there and assist Border Patrol with pulling these 40,000 people onto U.S. soil. Now, that's what this amounts to. Think about that. They're not sending 1,500 people down there to protect the border. They're sending 1,500 active duty troops to back up the Border Patrol because the Border Patrol tell us we can't do our job securing the border. We're in the asylum business. This is a big part of the problem. So it's like 1,500 people to help with this surge. And the fact that this administration says, well, you can go to the app and make application to come to the U.S. All they're trying to do is find new ways to make illegal legal. And they're spending a lot of time on that. They're trying to normalize lawlessness in this country. And for the White House spokesperson to stand at that podium and tell the American people that they are really concerned about this, I think people see through that, Harris.
But let me get to her. Karine Jean-Pierre, the White House press secretary, was dodging questions yesterday over Vice President Kamala Harris's handling of the border, in particular because she's supposed to be the border czar, Kamala Harris. Let's watch.
What report card would you give the Vice President for her handling of the root causes of migration in Central America?
So I learned from my predecessor to never fall into that trap of giving grades. What we can say from here is that the President appreciates and has been very impressed by her partnership in this administration.
That's not even a thing you'd say about a friend. I mean, you can't give somebody a comment about the job they're doing on an important day a week away from a surge?
Well, there again, their border policy has been to open the border and to allow people to illegally cross that border.
Well, it works.
And then their emphasis is trying to make illegal legal, and they don't want to address the root causes, and they don't want to address what Border Patrol has told us now for 3 decades they need. Number one, a physical barrier, and number two, better technology where they cannot have that physical barrier. And the border czar has been AWOL. She went down there one time, went to the wrong address, didn't go see what was actually happening, never went out on patrol with the Border Patrol, didn't go out and talk with people who are making this journey, didn't hear from them about how they've had to pay the cartels, didn't go out and see the bracelets that the cartels are putting on these people, didn't talk to people that have survived the sex trafficking, the human trafficking, the drug trafficking, the abuse that they are enduring as they make this journey. There is a lot that could have been done. This administration has chosen not to do it, and on top of all of it, we have a Department of Homeland Security secretary who does not believe in securing the homeland.
Let's pause there. You know he's supposed to arrive today. We're still working on the timing of that. Hopefully we'll know shortly. Maybe he's on his way now, but he'll be there supposedly today and tomorrow, which lets you know this is like a near FEMA situation. If he's going down there, it's got to be an emergency. And let's hope that when he gets down there, he listens to his men and women in the U.S. Border Patrol, because it's an embarrassment how he treats them.
Yes.
They'll tell you that on the record. They did with
yes.
me. Senator, let's get to this point. A new poll finds that 50% of parents say their children's mental health has been negatively impacted by social media in the past 12 months. This comes as lawmakers on both sides of the political aisle are pushing to protect our kids online. Senator Blackburn, I know, along with Democrat Senator Dick Blumenthal, just reintroduced the Kids Online Safety Act, and
yes.
so far, I understand that more than a quarter of the Senate have signed on as original co-sponsors. Tell me about the measure.
Yes, 33 of the 100 senators raised their hand and said, sign us up. We want to co-sponsor this, be an original co-sponsor. What this bill would do is require these social media platforms to have safety by design. So safety would be your default settings. It would require them to open these black box algorithms so that parents and also third-party researchers could look at this. They could evaluate the kind of self-harm, the abusive conduct that is taking place, the cyberbullying. They could get inside and look at what is happening with kids that are meeting predators and pedophiles and sex traffickers and drug dealers online. It would give a dedicated channel for parents so that they could report some of what is happening online to their children. And then, Harris, it would require these social media platforms to do something about it and to do it within a set period of time.
Oh, great.
One of the problems that parents have had is they will try to get help from the social media, and the social media company responds, 6 months later.
It's so true.
Child is dead, and they say this does not violate our community standards. We are changing this policy. Hundreds of organizations, thousands of parents and teens are standing with us. We're going to get the Kids Online Safety Act passed this year.
Yeah, and it's bipartisan. It's hard, I know, to get 33 senators to come together over something so quickly. It is the timing of this, and what you say is so true. Parents tell me as well, and of course I'm a parent of teenagers too, that that the companies chill you. That's what they do. They just freeze you out by not getting back to you in a timely fashion when you can protect your child. Senator Blackburn, thank you as always for being in focus.
Absolutely.